Previously on Let's Read Katawa Shoujo. Asao can't word his sentences correctly. And on today's episode, more plot. Stay tuned. Insert commercial break. Alright, welcome back to Let's Read Katawa Shoujo. In the last part, Asao didn't word his sentences too well. And now, he's kind of avoiding Emmy. So, let's see what happens in this episode of Let's Read Katawa Shoujo. I don't know why I keep the early alarm on anymore, but it wakes me up on the next morning just the same. I still turn it off and go back to sleep. That afternoon, as I get ready to head to the cafeteria for another solo lunch, I've got a new book about a couple of con men in ancient Persia that I'm pretty excited about reading. I'm suddenly cornered by Misha and... I guess just Misha. Off to eat alone again, He-chan? We've noticed, you know. We? She-chan and I noticed that you've been spending more time alone. She wanted me to find out why, so I told her I'd ask you. I'm surprised she didn't ask me herself. She would have, but she wanted to get a head start on some paperwork. There's a lot of it since we're coming up on the end of the term, you know. Why the sudden interest in my well-being anyway? Shi-chan said it is the duty of the student council to keep track of the emotional health of its students. To allow a constituent to spiral into depression unchecked would be an unforgivable failure in the council's duties. Well, that's easy then. I'm not depressed. But you're eating alone and no one's seen you and Emmy together at all. Something happened, didn't it, He-chan? Misha's voice takes on a slightly sterner tone, though sometimes she keeps the familiar lilt at the end of her sentences. I purse my lips, uncertain about how to respond. And here we are. This is where we would make the save. Any day now. Any day now. There we go. Damn. That's some playtime. I got you for 3 minutes of playtime. Alrighty. That's my last save. Oh no, there's a date there. I think I need to restart my laptop. I think it's like, fuck you, restart me, I don't want to run this shit. To which I say, hey, you better run that fucking Katawa Shoujo. Okay. So, if you downplay the issue, that's not good. You get bad ending. So that's what we're gonna do next. But if you give in and let Misha know, you save yourself, and you get to go into Act 4, and you get good ending. I'm sorry if I've offended anybody. I'm kind of random, as you guys probably already know. So now we gonna downplay the issue. I need to stop doing that. Alright, so now we're going to downplay the issue now. And that's what we're gonna do now. Still doing it. Fuck! Let's downplay the issue then. I'm not sure I like the idea of airing private matters to the student council. Nothing major. He-chan, lying is a terrible thing to do. She's not buying it. Okay, give her something, but not too much. We had a disagreement and haven't resolved it yet. It's true. Oh? Why not? Because, look, I don't need to talk about this, okay? It's not a big deal, okay? I'm fine. Who does he sound like? And Emmy? Is she fine too, He-chan? Misha's voice has taken on a suddenly serious edge. This is ridiculous. I don't know, okay? I haven't asked. Things are complicated right now. What kind of man are you? Things get a little rough and you're gonna hide from them? Misha's sudden retort catches me completely off guard. Shi-chan would call that a cowardly act, and she'd be right, too. You two were close, happy together, and you're just gonna roll over and die without a fight? You should be willing to fight for your girlfriend, Hisao. It seems that Misha is channeling Shizune at the moment. It wouldn't surprise me to find that Shizune gave her a script to follow based on my answer. Misha points an imperious arm at the classroom door. Now, you get out of the classroom and patch things up. We've still got afternoon classes. This doesn't seem to dissuade Misha. After class, you better do it, Hee-chan. It's important that you don't leave things like this. Why? Misha regards me as one would regard an animal's droppings. Didn't you care about her, Sal? That's important, isn't it? Huh, she's right. I do care about her. Don't I? Okay, I'll see you after class. Great! I'll let Chi-chan know you're okay then. The lilt returns. I guess that means Misha isn't angry at me anymore. She waves and disappears down the hallway, and I eat my lunch. So, Misha's advice, not good. Misha advice, no good. While afternoon classes draw to a close, I prepare myself for the task ahead. I have to see Emmy. Misha was at least correct about that. Leaving the question of Emmy and I open, and an open issue won't work. At the very least, I need to apologize for what I said. I considered going to her room to find her, but she's probably still at the track. The steps outside of the main building and down the path to the track make me feel like a doomed man. I have a twisting, horrible feeling in my gut that this is all going to go horribly wrong, that I'm not going to accomplish anything. And you would be right, Hisao. Except for maybe driving the final nail in the coffin of whatever it was Emmy and I had. Hisao knows. There she is, just as expected, running laps around the track after everyone else has gone to shower and dinner. I don't wave, or even make my presence known. I just sit down on the bleachers and watch her run her laps. It takes her a few trips around the track before she notices me, after which she skids to a stop, eyes wide in surprise. Surprise is quickly masked by anger, which in turn fades behind a mask that I already know is impenetrable. What are you doing here? Not quite the response I'd hoped for, but at this point I don't have much of a choice. I wanted to apologize for what I said the other day. The other day? She laughs, a curt exclamation of disbelief. It's been almost a week, Hisao. Yeah, well, better late than never, right? Emmy crosses her arms and stares at me coolly, as if sizing me up. Finally, she nods. I suppose you're right. Water under the bridge, then. I forgive you. Is that all? Her almost impatient question catches me so off guard that she's halfway down the track before I think to shout after her. No, wait! Emmy stops, turns, and walks back to me, breathing a little heavily and looking annoyed at my interruption. What? Okay, I need to make this right somehow. I have to know where I stand and maybe patch things up. Can you really sit down? I think we're okay talking here. Fine, sure. Look, about us. I pause, trying to think of a good way to phrase what I'm about to say. Before I can launch into an impassioned plea for giving me another chance, Amy's already spoken. There's no more us, Hisao. Why not? We're just not right for each other. She delivers this outrageous statement without even looking in my eyes. I don't believe you. We're great with one another. Says the guy apologizing for getting thrown out of my house last week. It was a fight. I said something really incredibly stupid and apologized for it. And how many times have we already discussed the problem that started the fight? How many times had I told you that there was just a set boundary that I wouldn't cross, and how many times did you keep trying to cross it? Because your boundary was stupid! You know what? I'm gonna side with Hisao. She's already declared it over. Hisao, say whatever the fuck you want. I don't like you, Emmy. I don't like you. I don't like you. Your personality sucks. I don't like you. Go, Hisao. Just say whatever the fuck you want. Just go. I don't like you, Emmy. I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't. Okay. Amy rolls her eyes, folds her arm around her chest, and cocks her head to the side. Do you see this, Sal? This is why we're not right for one another. Her voice softens a little, and she reaches out to stroke my cheek. You're a good guy, but we're not gonna work. With a horrible lurching feeling, I realized she's been practicing this, maybe every day since I left her house. Even the cheek stroke seems rehearsed, like something out of a movie. She never intended to give me another chance. Hell, she probably would have been fine with never seeing me again. So that's it then? Nothing else to say but gee, it was fun while it lasted, but so long? This actually seems to amuse Amy far more than I wanted it to. She gives a rather morbid-sounding chuckle. That's how I've lived my life, Sal. You should know that by now. And it was fun. A sad smile. She shivers slightly and the smile vanishes. But it's over now. It's for the best. I want to yell, scream at her, make her see reason that this is stupid, the whole act, that she's just afraid of me, afraid of what being close to someone means. I want to tell her that I love her and I can't just give up on her at the drop of a hat. Except, there's no point. She's made up her mind. I'm done. Fine. Emmy nods, satisfied. I want to hit something. Punch her right in her fucking face. Punch her right in her fucking face. Good. She brightens with a false cheeriness. See you around, Sal. No, you won't. You won't even try. Banking! She shrugs as if to say, have it your way, and turns her back on me once more, quickly accelerating along the curve of the track. I feel numb. This is it. The end of the road for us, whatever that was. Closure, at least. Amy rounds the track again without sparing me a second glance. She's running much faster now, and I can't help but think of that first run together. I ran to catch you, to try to prove I wasn't as weak as I knew I was, but it ended badly for me, didn't it? And now, you're running off too fast for me again, and I have the choice to run after you again. But I won't. Not this time. You'd never let me catch you. I don't even notice walking away from the track, or walking into my room, or pulling a book out of my bag to read. Just before bed, I reset my alarm. Amy and I have had our final encounter. We don't speak again after that. And there you have it. The bad ending of my least favorite arc. We're halfway out of this goddamn arc. But you notice that since we kind of fucked up, we don't get more of the backstory of what actually happened to her father and why she is so fucked up in the head. But now, as I went through that, I wondered, if she had already decided that it was over at her house, how is Sal able to fix it if he lets Misha know about it? Like, obviously, if you just talk to Emmy's mom, then you don't get into that confrontation and, you know, it can continue. But if you do get into that confrontation, but you let Misha know about it, how does that fix it? What does that change? Like, we took Misha's advice and it fucking just decimated it. Then again, it was already decimated to begin with. I don't care. Like I said, I don't like Emmy. I don't like her personality. I don't like her. No. Hate me if you want to, but I just don't like her personality. I don't like it. But now we get to go for the good ending. And since this video is only, well, not even 15 minutes, we might as well work on that as well. Alright, let's actually check our progress right now. Alright, library. Alright, well, how much we got? Alright, we got At 78%. Not bad. Not bad. You also notice we don't have any of Act 4. I mean, there's still a whole nother act. It doesn't seem there's much in it. Just a few scenes and then that's it. But they have to wrap up the entire goddamn story in that one act. Do they do it justice? It's for you to decide. I've drawn the line. Let's do battle. Alright. I'm weird. Alrighty. Yeah, you see that time. You know what I'm doing this. Alrighty. Can we get the good I don't think we're gonna get the good ending in this one as well. We might though. Alright, let's give in and let Misha know, because that seems to do better. Right. Well, I suppose someone else knowing about my problem can't hurt. Heck, maybe even Misha can offer some advice. Well, we kind of followed it before, and it didn't work out too well. We had a fight at her house. I keep trying to get closer, and she wouldn't even let me wait, you haven't even tried. Don't give her that bullshit. No, don't lie to Misha. She will drill you in the head and kill you. Well, I don't know about that. She will drill you. Well, that actually raises a problem. Shizune's arc. You know, drilling and Misha with a sow that doesn't end well. What the hell would she do? It's not going to be pretty, Hasao. It's not going to be pretty if you lie to Misha. It's not going to be pretty. Fucking average shit. Why am I so energetic at night? God damn. I said something stupid and she threw me out. Have you talked to her since then? Misha looks genuinely concerned. I'm surprised, as I'd almost expected her to drop the subject of finding out what the trouble was. Even more surprising is how quickly I find myself spilling my guts to her. No, I haven't. I just can't bring myself to face her after that. I made a complete fool of myself, and she probably hates me now anyway, especially since I haven't seen her since then. You're pretty slow, Hee-chan. This doesn't sound like advice. Huh? Misha places her hands on her hips and launches into a speech that would sound more plausible coming from Shizune. The solution to your problem is simple. You have to go and apologize to her. Leaving things like this would just make things worse. You can't know that she hates you now unless she tells you. Otherwise, there's no evidence that what you fear is true. And if you really care about her, shouldn't you be worried about how she's taking all this? With a sudden start, I've realized that she was right. I've kept waking up to an early alarm because part of me wants to meet Emmy at the track for our runs. I've kept running because I know Emmy would worry about me if I didn't stay healthy. When I went on the roof yesterday, I was half hoping that she would be up there, and felt disappointed when she wasn't. I'm an idiot. Hasao, that's my line! Kinda, Hee-chan. So, go and apologize to her as soon as you can, okay? I opened my mouth to say that I'll do it right away, but the lunch bell rings and I realize that I still have afternoon classes to attend. First thing after class is over, I'll go see her, I promise. And, thanks for the advice, I guess. Misha beams at me as if I were a child that had just learned his ABCs. Good, I'll let Hee-chan know you're okay then. Yeah, you do that. With a wave, and completely disregarding the fact that people are starting to trickle back into the classroom as opposed to out of it, Misha departs the classroom. I suppose she and Shizune have student council business again. While the afternoon wears on, I find myself impatient for lessons to end. I need to see Emmy now. I have to try and set things right. Even if Emmy hates me now, I have to at least apologize. I owe her that much. Should I meet her in a room? No, I decided it would delay things too much. If I know Emmy, I can find her at the track. Still have no idea what I'm going to say when I get there, but I take comfort in knowing that Emmy probably wouldn't have planned for something like this either. Play it by ear. Stop being nervous and just get to the track. Figure the rest out when I get there. The track looms ahead, and another jolt of nerves hits me in the gut. I resist the urge to turn and walk away, and instead note with satisfaction I was right and Emmy's still running. I don't make myself immediately known. I find a seat in the bleachers and watch her run instead, thinking back to our earlier meetings. After a few trips around the track, Emmy notices me and skids to a halt, an expression of surprise that slides easily into one of anger. What are you doing here? Not quite the response I'd hoped for, but at this point I don't have much of a choice. I wanted to apologize for what I said the other day. The other day? Why is this looking like just like the bad ending? Did I fuck up somewhere? She laughs, a curt exclamation of disbelief. It's been almost a week, Sal. Yeah, well, better late than never, right? Emmy crosses her arms and stares at me coolly, as if sizing me up. Finally, she nods. I suppose you're right. Water under the bridge, then. I forgive you. Is that all? Her almost impatient question catches me so off guard. This is looking just like the bad ending. What is going on? Okay, no, wait. Aha! Bingo! She doesn't seem to have heard me, or she doesn't want to hear me, and so I give chase, disregarding completely the fact that I'm not dressed for it. My feet hurt, and my shirt collar feels like a noose around my neck, but I still chase after her, because if I don't, I'll lose my chance. Emmy hasn't started to really accelerate yet, which is probably the only reason why I'm able to catch up to her, to reach out and tap her on the shoulder, just before my legs give up running in dress shoes and stumble to a stop. Surprisingly, fortunately, all that running seems to have paid off. I'm short of breath, yes, but at least my heart isn't actively trying to force its way out of my ribcage. My touch around her shoulders stopped Emmy, and while there's a flash of concern when she sees me catching my breath, it seems that she has a good idea of what I'm capable of, too. The concern is short-lived. What? She seems so irritated by my being here still that I almost lose my nerve, but I've lost my nerve enough. I need to explain myself, why I can't just let the matter rest. Emmy folds her arms and bounces one blade on the ground in an approximation of tapping her foot impatiently. Angry as she is, and as nervous as I am, she still looks beautiful. Okay, Sal, explain. The thing is, I know that you're really sensitive about the accident and about your dad. I can see Emmy's face twitch at the mention of the two things that have been steadily driving us apart, or at least made me feel like we're being driven apart. But that's why I want to know about them, I think. Because I see how much they hurt you, and I want to be there to comfort you. It makes me miserable seeing you sleepless and depressed, and don't pretend you aren't, because I know, okay? I just remember that night when you fell asleep with me, and had that nightmare that you were happy to have me when you woke up. I want to be able to be there for you whenever you need me to be. His stern face cracks slightly. Emmy interrupts before I can continue further. Just stop right there. We can't see each other anymore, okay? She's rushing now, looking everywhere but at me. I'm surprised she doesn't bolt, so she knows I can't catch her. We're not right for one another. That's not true, and you know it. No, it's true. You're too... I know, I've been pushy about knowing your past. If you can't tell me yet, then at least let me be there even if I don't know the reason. It's okay, I promise. I won't ask where you need comfort, I'll just give it freely. Amy's shaking her head, and the tears seem to be threatening the corners of her eyes. Stop saying that! Why, because you're afraid you'll take me up on it? I'm not afraid to take a stand. Everybody, come take my hand. We'll walk this road together. Through the storm, whatever weather, cold or warm. Just let me know that you're not... I can't... Shut up, you can't sing. Ow, just slapped myself in the head. Why'd I do that? God damn it. Why am I so stupid? Ah. Why'd I do that? I'm a fucking idiot. Okay. I'm not afraid. Take a stand. I can't keep the chiding tone from my voice as I respond. Yes, you are. You told me yourself so. Told me so yourself, remember? That's okay, really it is. However, it seems to me that somebody who'd managed to come out of that wreck and still be as energetic and cheerful as you are would be determined enough to face that fear. Determination? What do you know about determination? I know that there's a girl so determined to take care of a total stranger that she'd steal his food at a festival. I know there's a girl so determined to help me with my own problems that she'd draw up a complete dietary and exercise plan, and that she'd not only draw up the plans, but she'd follow them with me, even when she couldn't run. Determined enough to keep me at arm's length that she'd put herself through emotional pain if she thought it was the right thing to do. Although, there's one thing that this determined girl didn't quite plan for, which was that I might feel the same kind of determination to keep her from being hurt. I fell in love with you, and I refuse to let that be thrown away because you're afraid of losing me. What little control Emmy still has at this point cracks, and I find myself suddenly enveloped in her embrace as she cries. Why are you doing this? Why can't you just leave me alone? I hold her close and plant a kiss on top of her head. I'm sorry, Emmy. You helped me when I first arrived, so now I have to help you. It's only fair. You're utterly hopeless. Did you know that? She hiccups and trembles a little. Funny, I could say the same about you. Can you do something for me, Asal? Anything. Can you go, now? It feels like she's just shoved a knife through my chest. Go? I need to think, okay? I can't just tell you everything yet. I'm still scared, and when you're around, I can't think clearly. But do me another favor. What's that? Show up for a morning run tomorrow? I smile, feeling better than I have all week. Of course. Wouldn't miss it for the world. Amy steps back slowly, almost reluctantly. She sniffles a little, then grins at me, a real smile that lights up the track, overpowering the fading evening's light. See you tomorrow, Sal. Okay. She darts forward suddenly, planting a soft kiss on my lips, then steps back shyly. Spinning on her back foot, she takes off running again, and I know that our conversation's at an end. My lips tingle with the warmth of that brief kiss and the memories of other longer kisses. I walk back to my room with a spring in my step. Tomorrow when my alarm goes off, I'll get up. Boom. Act 4. Okay, I don't know about you, but I did not see the transition. I heard it, but I did not see it. Fuck, now I'm gonna have to edit that in. That should be interesting. And this is why I should have restarted my laptop about an hour ago. And yet, I've recorded now 3 episodes without doing that. Maybe I need another slap in the forehead. Well, next time on Let's Read Katawa Shoujo, we will formally begin Act 4, Motion. So, stay tuned for the next exciting, feel-filled episode of Let's Read Katawa Shoujo! I think that outro works. See you guys then, and keep being healthy.